Mmm. What's going on, guys? Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the brand new Black Lux colorway of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 12 Elite and the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Elite. And of course, being the Black Lux Pack, Lux being short for luxury, you're probably wondering to yourself, what is so luxurious about this particular version of the Mercurial? And the answer to that question is nothing. A few things to note regarding this colorway though is that it is exclusive to the US, at least as of right now. Not exactly sure why. Nike is an American company after all, but beyond that, there really isn't much of an explanation. Also, pro players like Cristiano Ronaldo will not be wearing any of the Black Lux Mercurials or any of the Black Lux boots in general, because they did also make these in Tiempos as well as Phantom Visions. No hypervenom. I think that's a sign that something new is coming for those wondering. Either way, we're going to be taking a closer look at these in today's video, including how they fit and feel on feet. So if you want to learn more about them, please stick around. And if you're interested in either of these for yourself, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen, or you can click the first link down below. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal retail prices. If you guys end up enjoying this video, please support it with a like. And if you're new to the channel, watching for the first time and don't want to miss out on future content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button along with the little bell notification so you get notified when the next new video goes live. As you'll get with any top-end model from Nike now, the boots come in a silver and black box. Also included with both boots is a string bag in matching black and gold, and you can see even the M logo has the matching pattern that you'll find on the Black Lux Pack colorways. You also find a little gold swoosh there at the bottom and nothing on the back. Pretty standard string bag from Nike, so given that this is supposed to be the luxury pack, it gets a luxury score of 1 out of 4, and it gets a string bag score of 7.39 out of 12.6. So starting off with the colorway, this is of course called the Black Lux Pack, and you might be wondering, why aren't pros going to be wearing it? And the simple answer to that question is that this isn't actually a main colorway release from Nike, which is partially why it's releasing exclusively in the US as of right now. Think of it almost as an Academy Pack alternative, mainly because I think Nike decided that they've done the Academy Pack thing, meaning a full blackout, so many times already, including once already for this generation of Mercurials. They still wanted to release something that's mostly black for people to buy if they don't want super flashy colors, but they did a little bit of a gold accent rather than just doing black on black, because again, how many times can you do the exact same thing? So as you can see, the majority of the upper is black in color. The solid Nike skin covering is just solid black, and then you can see that the exposed Flyknit is kind of like different shades of black within the knitted material, so you actually get to see the knitted patterns, which I think is a nice little extra detail. But included on any of the black colorways for the Nike Mercurials, you're going to find that the collar is solid black as well, and then the accent is gold. The weird part about the accent is that it's not just a straight gold swoosh, it has this little bit of a pattern in it. And what's kind of weird about this pattern, when I first saw the pictures online, from a distance, it almost ends up looking like a little bit of a cheetah print, but then up close, it's very clear to see that that's not actually the case. And this is a pattern that when I saw them in person, immediately reminded me of these. This is the 2014 World Cup Mercurials, and really the entire 2014 World Cup pack from Nike had this pattern within the swoosh in this metallic gold color. It's not exactly the same here on this Black Lux Pack, but you kind of get the same type of idea as far as the pattern is concerned. This is maybe a little bit more dense, kind of going for more of a camo look, I would say, but still looks quite good in person. Certainly better than what I thought it was going to look based on the pictures that I saw. You have the Mercurial logo there on the back, and then the little gold accent here in the Superfly 360 branding here on the front. And then just to take a closer look at the Vapor really quickly, pretty much all the same elements. I think the boot looks a little bit better as a low than it does as a mid. It says Vapor 360 there on the tongue, but pretty much all of the accents and patterns are identical to that of the Superfly. And then moving on to the sole plate, it's exactly the same on both versions. Split sole design, of course. The stud plates are black plastic, no wearable finish, and then a little bit of a gold accent within the stud tips as well. Overall, really clean looking colorway. I'm personally a big fan, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I should also point out that the insole, as you can see, is a little bit different in that it does have that same pattern in the heel area that you'll find within the Nike swoosh. But aside from that aesthetic element, the insoles are identical to what you'll find in any other colorway. I'm gonna put this back. Too many shoes here. Oh, now, when it comes to performance, I've been pretty adamant on this channel that the current Nike Mercurials, whether you go Vapor 12 or Superfly 6, are really the two best speed boots currently on the market. And they are essentially the exact same thing. The only difference between the two is the addition of a collar on the Superfly. So if you like the whole mid-cut thing, then go for the Superfly. If you prefer the low, go for the Vapor. I personally prefer the Vapor, mainly because I just don't feel the need to have a collar. I think this looks better. Plus, it is technically $25 less expensive as well. But for me, what defines a speed boot is multiple characteristics that speed boots do better than other types of football boots. And largely, I think you could credit Nike for the creation of the speed boot category. When I think speed boot, I think lightweight. These are both very light. Again, technically the Vapor is a little bit lighter because it doesn't have the collar, but really you're not going to notice a weight difference between the two at all. I also think responsiveness, and these are both very, very responsive boots. I would argue the most responsive boots currently on the market, meaning that when you have them on your feet, not only does it have a super tight wrap, it just feels like a second skin. It's got that one-to-one reaction time where the upper is soft and flexible, but at the same time, it's sturdy enough to where it doesn't feel like your feet are sliding around at all. Plus, it has that anatomic sole plate base, which goes a long way in securing your foot inside of the boot as well. When it comes to speed boots, I also think about a barefoot feel, and you definitely get that from both of these boots. The Flyknit upper, especially after a couple of wears, softens up significantly, and it's thin enough to where it does provide a really nice second skin barefoot feel. Is it the thinnest Mercurial Nike has ever put out? Absolutely not, but I think for most people, especially after a few wears, you're really gonna like the barefoot sensation that they have on offer. And then finally, I think traction, and really the Nike Mercurial series, its claim to fame has always been really aggressive stud patterns, especially when you're talking about the firm ground layout. This is no different. This is, in my opinion, by far the most aggressive stud pattern that you can get right now. If you are looking for more details on the overall fit, feel, and performance of the current Vapor and Superfly, I'm actually gonna leave a little pop-up on screen for the playtest comparison video that I made, where you get to see both versions in action. I talk about the differences, and I go over every little detail that you should know about both of these boots. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. When you have mostly black boots, black laces always look good, but when you have black and gold, that accent to me is what makes the boots pop. And as you can see, I've swapped out the stock black laces for some metallic gold reflective SR4U replacement laces, which perfectly accent all the gold bits you have on the upper, and I just think look really, really good. It's an inexpensive way of changing up the style of your boots, making them more unique from everybody else with the exact same color. So if you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a little pop-up on screen as well as a link down below in the description. So if you're interested in a pair, be sure to go ahead and check that out. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I really feel like this current generation of Vapor and Superfly are the most comfortable top-end Mercurials that Nike has ever made, especially after a little bit of wear time. Straight out of the box, you'll definitely notice that these do have some stiffness to them. The Flyknit upper does have a little bit of a plasticky hardness out of the box, but give it a couple hours of wear time and they soften up tremendously, really giving you the responsive, tight feel you expect from a pair of Mercurials, but at the same time without the plasticky kind of squeezing your feet feeling that a lot of older Mercurials have provided. And a lot of people do like that, which is why there are some people that aren't huge fans of this current generation of Mercurials, but I really feel like they've gotten a good blend of comfort and the tightness and responsiveness worked into one design this time around. As far as the difference between the mid-cut and the low-cut in regards to feel, there really isn't any because the construction in the heel area is identical on both boots. You don't feel the collar. It adds nothing in the way of performance. Some people like it if they play on artificial grass because it does help to keep the rubber pellets from getting inside of the boots. So that's worth noting, I suppose. But again, the collar has nothing to do with the way that the boots fit, feel, or perform in any way at all. Mercurials also have a reputation for being really, really tight. These are not quite as tight fitting as past generation Mercurials, especially if you're comparing it to the Vapor 11 or Superfly 5, but they still have a tight fit. So if you have wider feet or you just don't like super tight fitting shoes, probably best to stay away from Mercurials, but if you've worn Mercs in the past, you kind of know what to expect. And then as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing these in my usual size 9.5 US, and the fit and length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. So in conclusion, they're black and gold Mercurials. Nike would have to do something pretty outrageous to screw that up. So as you'd expect, I like them. I think they look good, and I think most people will probably agree with me. Anyways, guys, that's it for my review. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Again, if you're interested in either of these two boots for yourself, you can click the first link down below. That's going to take you to the review page on my website where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes. You'll be able to pick these up below their normal retail prices. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.